Moving on to the next question, children, that is question number 14. So we'll see what question number 14 says. So question number 14 says, children, that a cylindrical cane whose base is a horizontal. So we'll be taking a cylindrical cane with a horizontal base. So this will be the figure like. Okay, now what you will be doing here, they have saying that contains sufficient water that when a sphere is placed in the cane, the water just covers the sphere. Okay, so there is a sphere that is being placed. I'll be just marking it with the another color. So this is the sphere, children, that is being placed. So they are saying that whenever this sphere is placed in the water is up to a distance that it is just covering the entire cylinder. This is what they are saying. Now what do you have to find out? You have to find out the TSA of the can in contact with water when the sphere is in it. So the TSA of the can you have to find out. So what is the can, children? This is the can that we are talking about. Okay, the outside can. Now you have to find out the surface area which is in contact with the water when this particular sphere is inside. So means what you can be finding out, where are these touching? This is actually touching the base. Okay, so this is touching the base. So they have not said that the sphere is like completely up to the height of this particular. They have not said like this, children. But then what will be the surface area all about? It will be containing the base area, that is our 2 pi r square, because that is what is touching, and the 2 pi rh is for the curved surface area. Okay, so this is what your answer is going to be like. So here what you will be writing, what is the radius that has been given? Radius is equal to 3.5, which in turn will be equal to 7/2 centimeter. Then contains sufficient water. So this particular radius will be for both cylinder as well as for the sphere. Okay, then what you will be writing for the first sub question, you will be writing TSA of the cane when sphere is immersed, when sphere is immersed. This will be equal to how much? Base area of the base plus CSA of the cylinder. Okay, children, so here you have to understand why you are taking this, because the water is touching the entire curved surface area which is there. Okay, so this is what you are going to calculate. So what is the area of the base? The area of the base here will be equal to pi r square. So I'll be writing this in turn is equal to pi r square plus CSA is equal to how much, children? 2 pi r into h. Okay, so here what all things you can take common, children? Here I can take pi r as common, and then I'll be left with what? R plus 2 into h. So if I just replace the values, how much am I getting? 22/7 into radius is 7/2 into, again the radius is equal to 7/2 plus 2 into height. So how much is the height, children? Have they given the height? The height has been given as, okay, since the sphere, yes, children. Now this is a good question, that how are you going to find out the height? Because they have given what, children? The radius is equal to, the radius of sphere is equal to, see, 7/2. Okay, so if this is 7/2, then this is also radius which is 7/2, and this is also radius which is 7/2. Then what is the height equal to? So in the bracket write down, height is equal to 7/2 plus 7/2, which in turn is equal to 14/2, which is equal to 7. So height is equal to 7 centimeter. Okay, so what I will be writing now, that this is equal to 2 into, okay, so 7/2 plus 2 into 7. So this getting cancelled. So I am getting what? I am getting, this is equal to 11. 7/2 you can be taken as 3.5 plus 14. So 14 plus 3.5 is how much, children? 14 plus 3.5 is equal to 17.5. So 17.5 into 11 we are getting. So how much will this be equal to? This is 175 and 175. So 5291, 192.5. So this is coming out to be 192.5. And since this is surface area, so this is centimeter square. Okay, so this is what you are getting. Now what you will be doing, children, will be moving into the next thing. The next thing is what? The next thing that they are asking is second one, the depth of the water in the cane before the sphere was put into the can. Okay, so for this what I'll be doing, I'll just be erasing this part because this is completely, okay, just a second, children, because this is completely opposite to, different to what we have done. Okay, so now what you will be writing, you will be writing this. See, this is sub question 2. So in sub question 2, see, immediately the moment you are removing the water, then what will be happening? Once you are removing the sphere, children, then what you are getting is the water level is going to go down for sure. So that depth, okay, you will be letting as h. Okay, so let the depth of the water before sphere, depth of water before sphere was put, sphere was put, let this be equal to how much? Let this be equal to 3.5 centimeter. No, sorry, not 3.5, this is 8 centimeter. Okay, so now what you will be looking, then you will be writing. So since we are talking about what, children? We are talking about the cylinder. So what will be the answer? So this will be equal to, so basically what is happening when the sphere is inside, so suppose, children, this is my cane that I am talking about. So we'll be calculating its volume, that how much is its volume equal to, and then what we'll be calculating, we'll be calculating the volume of the sphere, and then we'll be just subtracting them. Then whatever is the water which is there, that will be the height of the water. Okay, so now what we'll be writing, just a second, students. So what you will be writing, that volume of cylinder, or else what I'll be doing, children, I'll be making like this. This is for cylinder and this is for sphere. So for cylinder, what is the radius given, children? Radius is given as 7/2 and height is given as 7. Okay, and then what you will be writing, you will be finding out the volume. So volume is equal to pi into r square into h. So this in turn is equal to 22/7 into r square is 7/2 square into 7. So this comes out to be equal to 22/7 into 7/2 into 7/2 into 7. Okay, and then how much will this be equal to? Here if you see, this is getting cancelled out, 2 gets cancelled to 11. So I am getting how much? I am getting 7 into 7, that is 49 into 11. So this comes out to be equal to, children, 49 is 9 and this is 3, 539 divided by 2. So this is what am I getting? I am getting the volume of the cylinder. Now I'll be calculating for the sphere. So for the sphere, the formula is 4/3 pi into r cube. So this is equal to 4/3 into 22/7 into r cube is how much, children? R we have calculated as 7/2. So 7/2 into 7/2 into 7/2. Okay, so now what we'll be getting, I'll just use different pen here. So this is 7 is getting cancelled, this 2 is getting cancelled by 4, and there we are getting 11. So here also we are getting the same thing, children. So here what we are getting is 49 into 11, that is 539. So in the denominator we are having 3. So this is 539 divided by 3. Now what is the volume when, so you have taken this as h centimeter, that you have to remember, children. Okay, so volume before can will be equal to volume of cylinder minus volume of sphere. Okay, so this in turn will be equal to what? Cylinder volume you have calculated as 539 divided by 2 minus 539 divided by 3. So if you take 539 common, you are left with what? 1 upon 2 minus 1 upon 3. So this in turn is equal to how much? Okay, so this is coming out to be equal to 539 into 3 minus, this is 3 minus 2 divided by 6, matlab 1 upon 6. Okay, so this is coming out to be equal to 539 divided by 6. Okay, if you want you can just keep it like this. Now since you had taken that particular height as h centimeters, so now you will be writing what? That the let the rise in height, if you remember, we had taken as h, not rise, children, not, what was that? Let actual depth of the water we had taken as, I had written that, children. Okay, depth of water is equal to, not, if not h, children, you can take it now as capital H. Then what you will be writing? Pi r square into capital H is equal to 539 divided by 6. Okay, so this is what you are getting. So we'll be just dividing this. So 22 upon 7 into r is how much, children? 7 upon 2 into 7 upon 2 into h is equal to 539 divided by 6. So I'll be just erasing the other things so that we get a space to solve. So h is coming out to be equal to 539 into 2 into 2 into 7 divided by 6 into 7 into 7 into 22. Okay, so upon dividing, how much we are getting, children? This is getting cancelled, this is going 3 times. Okay, what else can get cancelled, children? If you see, this is coming out to be, okay, this is going 11 times. So now this is how much, children? If you just see, divided by 11, this will be equal to 49, and this is going to be 7. So what is the height that you are getting? You are getting that the height is equal to 7 upon 3, which in turn, if you write down, is equal to 1 upon 3 centimeter. Okay, or else this can be written as 2.33 centimeter. So this is the volume, which is, this is the height which was there before the sphere was put into it. So for that, what I did, I just calculated the entire volume of the cylinder minus I did the volume of the sphere. Okay, so this is the way you have to do this sum. We'll now move to the next question, that is question number 15. Okay, so in question number 15, the question says a hollow cylinder has a solid hemisphere inwards at one end, and on the other end it is closed by a flat circular plate. Okay, so there is a hollow cylinder, children. So what is the figure for the hollow cylinder? This is the figure for the hollow cylinder. Okay, and then what they are saying, has a solid hemisphere inwards. So the hemisphere is like this because they are saying it is inwards, and it is closed with a flat circular plate. Means in the bottom I am having a flat circular plate. Okay, so this is your figure. Like, what else has been given? The height of water is 10 centimeter when the flat circular surface is downwards. Okay, so this is what they are saying, that whenever the flat circular safe, means this is this surface, when it is downward, then the height is 10 centimeter. The height of the water is 10 centimeter. Find the water level. Find the level of water when it is inverted upside down. Okay, do you understand the question, children? Means what they are saying, when it is kept in this position, the height of the water is suppose 10 centimeter, not suppose this is 10 centimeter, children. And now when you are inverting this, so what is inversion means? Inversion means that this particular sphere which is there, this is going to come down, and now you are inverting this like this, then you have to find the level of the water. Okay, so this is the question all about. So here, this is a very tricky question, children, and you should be knowing how to do this. So first we'll be calculating that what is the volume, total volume which is there. Okay, so now what you will be writing, see how are we going to do this sum. That we'll be writing initially what all things have been given. So this is our question number 15. I'll be writing that what is the height given, children? The radius has been given as 7, diameter is 7, so radius is 7/2, and the height has been given as 20 centimeter. Okay, and then what you will be doing, if we are taking that, let the height of the level of water means upon when you are just reversing or when you are turning it upside down, that you have to take at some volume. So it is understood, children, that since it is the cylinder, so we will be using the formula of the cylinder. Okay, so now what you will be writing, see here, children. First, initially we will be calculating that what is the volume. See, H is equal to 20 centimeter they have given, but the water is only up to which level, children? The water is only up to 10 centimeter. Okay, so what you will be writing, just write sorry, just write down like this. When flat circular surface is downward, flat circular surface is downward, we'll find out the volume of water. Okay, so write down R is equal to 7/2 and height is equal to 10, because up to 10 is the volume, because that is occupying the height up to only 10. So now what we will be writing, volume of water will be equal to how much, children? This is going to be equal to pi into R square into H. So this in turn will just keep pi like this, children, because ultimately it's going to get cancelled, so it does not make sense if you're writing down the value of pi. Okay, so write down this is equal to pi into R square is 7/2 square into 10. Okay, so this is what you are getting. And now what you will be doing, if you want you can just leave it like this. Now what we'll be doing, we'll be just turning it upside down. Okay, so what you will be writing, when turned upside down, let the water level be H. Now what you will be doing, children, when we are turning upside down, of course we'll be taking whatever up to this height, suppose water is there, and this, see, the volume is going to remain the same ultimately, children. This is my final volume, but then whatever the height it is being attaining, from that you have to subtract the volume of this particular hemisphere. Okay, so what you will be writing, when turned upside down, for this you will be writing that volume of water. So this you can be taking as equation number 1, children. Volume of water, let the height first we will be taking, children, that let the height of water be capital H, we will be taking, of water is equal to capital H. Therefore volume of water will be equal to, see, up to H marks means suppose it is up to this height. So what is the volume of water up to this height? It will be equal to the volume of cylinder formula, children, that is equal to pi R square into H, and this minus what you will be doing is the volume of this particular hemisphere. So what is the formula of volume of hemisphere, children? This is 2 pi R cube. So this is most important thing, children, that you need to understand. If you are able to understand this, then half of your sum is done. Okay, now what we will be doing, so why, children? Because after this height it is attaining only because this hemisphere is there. So this hemisphere volume you need to subtract. Okay, so this is the most important part. So I'll be keeping just this particular equation, children, and then I'll be just solving. So before that I'll just solve as much as possible. So this will be equal to pi, I can be taking common, and here even if I just replace the value of r square, so this is going to be equal to 7 upon 2 square into h, what I am taking, minus 2 upon 3 pi into 7 upon 2 square. Okay, so if you take here pi into 7 upon 2 square can be taken as common, children, and then what are you left with? You are left with h minus 2 upon 3. This is what you are getting. Okay, so what are we going to do now, children? We'll just look into it. So if rest of the things you'll be checking once. So here, okay, here you have 7 upon 2 also, children, because here this is 7 upon 2. Okay, so this is what you are left with. So this in turn will be equal to pi into 7 upon 2 into h minus this 2 is getting cancelled, 7 upon 3. So this particular equation you will be taking as equation number 2. So this is my equation number 1, this is my equation number 2. So now what I will be writing? I will be writing from equation 1 and 2. Okay, so write down from equation 1 and 2, pi into 7 upon 2 square into 10 is equal to pi into 7 upon 2 square. See, this is the thing, children, why we can just keep the value like this, h minus 7 upon 3. So here this complete portion which is there, pi into 7 upon 2 square, pi into 7 upon 2 square is getting cancelled. So you are left with h minus 7 upon 3 is equal to 10. So h will be equal to how much? 10 plus 7 upon 3, which is equal to 37 upon 3, children, which can also be written as 12 into 1 upon 3 centimeter. Okay, so this is what you are getting. This is what you are getting is the volume of this particular, no, not the volume, children, sorry, the height that it is attaining when it is turned upside down. Alright, so this is the way this particular sum has to be done, children. So basically you all can see, children, that there are the similar types of formulas which are there. The only thing which is actually new is that you should be knowing that what actually you have to find out, because we have repeated formulas and there are no such new formulas. So you already know the formulas. So what you have to do is you just need to find out that what you have to actually find out. Okay, so this is the way we are done with this particular exercise, children. Now I'll be just letting you know the sums of the last exercise in the next video.